How we doing, everyone? Avi Weisfogel coming to you with another Happiest Dentist idea. Today we're going to call it more of an idea than a tip. This has been a crazy week for me, a week where I have been a part of some absolutely earth-shattering things that could totally change anybody's life. And how one reacts to those moments really plays into who you become as a person. Here I am in my career. One could say, wow, this guy's got so much accomplished. And I look at it as, hey, I'm still a young guy, only 47. I believe I have way more to go. So you could sit there and say, why do you do this, why do you do that? And the answer is because how you leave this world and how you decide to leave it when you're done, it becomes a personal thing. There was a time in my life where I thought, hey, I would be a dentist, take the typical path. Maybe I would own a bunch of practices, sell them. I'd own some real estate, sell that. And everything together, including whatever I made, would be enough for my retirement. And I'd go and I'd travel the country or the world with my wife, and that would be my life. And that sounds like a nice and fine idea, and nothing bad with it. But for me, I wanted something more. I wanted it to be something where when they look back at it and they say, whoa, that guy left that behind. He created this type of legacy. And that's really the difference in my mind between the happiest dentist and just a regular dentist. What you leave behind when you're done is really going to matter at some point. To me, it's everything. So I've had some amazing, incredible things that really shook up my world this week. And some of them are honestly just different things that I've read. Some are different things that I've heard. I heard an amazing quote in a movie yesterday which said, sometimes you have to kill the man that you are to become the man you were born to be. You're doing things at a certain pace right now, and you could be doing it over and over. It could be the same monotonous drill. Yeah, pun intended. Or it could be something that has some deeper meaning to it. And if it has deeper meaning to it for you, then more power to you. If it doesn't have deeper meaning and you find yourself going along that same path but saying, hey, this is not how I want to be remembered, the good news is there's options. There's different ways of doing things. When you go back and you look at certain things and then say, that's what I want to do, that's where I find myself. I find myself in a position where I could probably coast on Easy Street for a long time, but have no interest in doing so, have no desire to do so. My goal is to create a legacy, something that lives far beyond me, something that will keep going and going and going until, who knows, way past my lifetime. That's what I want to be a part of. And that's a different journey for everyone. But if you're struggling to find one of those journeys, that's where I think happiest dentist can really play a role in your life. A life where you can no longer just be defined as a dentist, but a life where you're known as a business person, an entrepreneur, or even better, a disruptor in the field. Someone who changes things so that people who come after you have it much easier than you did. And when I first started in this particular field of dental sleep medicine, a patient would come to me, I'd immediately have to send them out to a physician who had no reason to send them back to me. Now, with all the connections and all the work that we've put into this, a 12-year journey for me personally, probably more if we really want to go back to it, a 20-year journey from the day that I saw my first sleep patient till now, a patient can come in, never have to leave your office, follow all the rules, completely legal to a T, where every insurance company will pay you as the treating dentist, treating DME provider actually for that patient. And what a difference that is. Imagine you have to send a patient comes into you for dentistry, and you got to send them out to this doctor, that doctor, that doctor. Each one of them wants to keep them because they don't get so many patients. You have to hope, cross your fingers that that patient comes back. Mind-numbing is a good word, or two words for it, if you, whatever it is. But one where you have control of your destiny, where you're able to do things on your own without having to worry about what this person says, what that person says, how this goes. That to me is the life I'm trying to help people achieve. So we're now working with somewhere around 125 dentists in the country, all of whom are going out there saying, hey, today I'm going to change the world for the better. They are all have decided to kill the man they are to become the men/women they were born to be. I was reading from Howard Stern's new book. It was an interview that he did with Steve Martin, and Steve Martin decided, I am no longer going to be the opening act. I am only going to be the headliner. And to become the headliner, you got to go to some out-of-the-way, nowheresville comedy club that nobody even heard of, because they would hire him as the headliner. And once you're the headliner, now all of a sudden people got to see him as the headliner. That's who people go to see, the headliner. They don't talk about the opening act. I'm offering you the chance to become the headliner. Become the guy that people talk about for generations to come. That is something you just cannot accomplish in the field of dentistry. This is something where you can make a difference, and people will be talking about you over and over again. And what a better way to do it than by changing lives. Avi Weisfogel, happiest dentist.